Hey everyone, it's me, Kat. I'm here to do a tag because, crap, I don't remember her name, but, she's hilarious. I absolutely love her videos. Her username is theforsaken707. I absolutely adore her. Like, her videos are always funny. Like, of course, Raylene from Pats and Prongs and stuff like that. Like, they're up there with my #1 picks to watch of the day, but she is definitely up there. I absolutely love her videos. If you haven't subscribed to her, go subscribe to her. And she tagged me and Reluctant his name's James, but his user's name is Reluctant. He also tagged me for the same exact tag, so I thought I'd shout out both of them. He is also a great YouTuber. I think his videos have a lot of thought. And he's really nice, so if you're not subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. And they both subscribed. They both tagged me in the sick/ill tag, which is really cool. I will say that I couldn't think of one answer, just because a lot of the books that I've already read I don't own, because when I was younger I would read them and then give them away to have more room for newer books. So a lot of the books I've already read I don't own, because most of the books I own I haven't read yet. So there's one that I couldn't answer. But okay, the first one is diabetes, and I'm looking down. I wrote everything down so I could remember. And it is a book that was way too sweet. And for me, it was Alice Bliss by Laura Harrington. I really, really liked this book, but it was one of those it was kind of a contemporary, but it was very typical. Like, you could predict what was going to happen. Oh, and just to let you know, it's now raining. Hold on, I have to close my window. It's raining, so if you hear thunder, it's because my window's, like, legit right there. So, yeah. But, I'll tell you one of the parts, something happens. I'm not going to tell you what happens, just in case you want to go read it, because it is a really, really good book. I did give it, I think, 4 out of 5 stars. But this boy comes over because Alice is really upset, and he just lays there with her all night long. And it's like, that's a little too good to be true, because no boy does that. Like, come on now. So that's that one. And, like, I don't read a lot of romance, so I didn't really, and I haven't read any of my Sarah Desmond books yet, so I couldn't have really picked a really good one, so I picked that one. Next one is Chickenpox, book that you read once but never again, and that is Rules of Survival by Nancy Werlin. I've told you guys this before. Read the book, gave it a shot. There were so many times that I just wanted to put it down because I just did not like it. There wasn't really anything to it. Yeah, it's a horrible story. Like, I feel bad for the people, but I don't know. I will never read this again. Next one, number 3, Influenza, the book that spreads like a virus. It's not really the book, but it's kind of the author. And it's Crank by Ellen Hopkins. I own all of her books up to date, which she's coming out with a new one. And I hate that she's coming out with a new one because I've wanted to read all of her books, but I am one that I need the whole series in order to read it, so I need to wait till this new one comes out so that I can read them. But it's more that her books, I feel like, are spreading. A lot of booktubers I have seen have either already read most of her books or have all of her books on their to-read list. Oh god, there was lightning. I'm not a fan of lightning. But I think her books are spreading, and almost every single person I know, whether they actually read or they don't read, have read one of her books. Next one is The Cycle, the book that you read every month or every year. Mine would be every year. I can't do a video without this book, and it's Harry Potter. I try to read the whole series at least once a year. Because I'm such a nerd with Harry Potter. I've read each book at least 3 or more times. Yeah, I've had the book longer than that, but especially when I was in college, I didn't get to really read it because I wasn't really reading a lot when I was in college anyway. But I try to at least read the whole series once a year. Next book is Insomnia. Sorry, Insomnia, and the book that kept you up all night. That book, this book kept me up all night for two different reasons, and it's Inside the Mind of BTK by John Douglas. I'm sure you guys don't know this because I really don't like spread it around to tell everyone, but I'm kind of infatuated with serial killers. I know it's really, really strange. I was going to school at college for forensic psychology, and I am so interested in how the mind works with serial killers, and this is my favorite one. No, of course I don't like him. I don't like what he did. I don't like any of that. I'm just infatuated with how his mind works. If you don't know, BTK is that was like his serial killer name, Bind, Torture, Kill. His real name was Dennis Rader. Sorry, I couldn't think of his name. I have read this book, I think twice so far, and it's kept me up, number one, because I'm so infatuated with him and because I love reading about him, I just cannot put it down, and number two, because it's like, it does scare me a little bit. I'm not scared of him. I'm not scared of people like that. I'm very interested in talking to them and stuff like that, but it does kind of scare me to think that people are out there are like that, because he was a very big serial killer. I believe he killed, hold on, I think it's 11. A family of 4, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. I was wrong. One less. But yeah, so this one definitely kept me up all night, and it's sort of a big book, but I couldn't put it down. I think I read it in 2 days. Next one is Amnesia, a book you forgot you read. It's not really a book, it's kind of a play. But I love Shakespeare, but I totally forgot that I read Singing in the Shrew until I was looking at it and I found it at Goodwill. I totally forgot that I read this. I knew that I read other Shakespeare stuff and I really liked the other Shakespeare stuff, but I guess I either didn't like this one or I just didn't really understand it or something. All I know is that the movie 10 Things I Hate About You is based on this. So, I don't know, I have to read it again because I totally forgot about it. Next one is Asthma, book that took your breath away. And that is going to be The Meaning of Matthew by Judy Shepard. I've told you guys this story a million times. I have a million times. This is Matthew Shepard. His mother wrote this book. Matthew Shepard was a homosexual, gay man, that lived in Laramie, Wyoming. And he was brutally killed, brutally beaten and then left to die by 2 people that thought that he hit on them when they wanted to rob him, and then they thought he hit on them, and so they decided to take him out, tie him to a fence post, and brutally baser him. And it's such a big story within the LGBTQ community. Like I said before, his mother started the Matthew Shepard Foundation, which I work for. I blog on Matthew's Place, which is a branch off of the Matthew Shepard Foundation. And it's so sad. And knowing that this book that she wrote came from her, this story breaks my heart every time I hear it. So that would definitely be it. Number 8, Malnutrition, the book that lacked food for thought. That's the one that I couldn't think of. I couldn't think of a book. I don't have that many books here that I've read because, like I said, I gave a lot of mine away. So I really couldn't think of that one. Number 9, Travel Sickness, a book that took you on a journey. I don't have it with me, but I would say a lot of Ray Bradbury's short stories. Like, I had to read those for English class. Like, there was one where they had to go, and it was this future thing, and there was dinosaurs, and someone had stepped on a butterfly, and it killed the butterfly, and there was a whole bunch of repercussions and stuff like that. And all of his short stories, I totally forget what they're called because I don't own them, but all his short stories took me on a journey, and I really liked them. So that is the tag, and I tag all of you. I'm not going to tag specific people because a lot of people have already done this, and if they haven't done it, they're already tagged. So there's no one really I specifically tag, but I thank people for finally tagging me. This was the actual first time I was ever tagged by somebody. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.